Hello, Fat Grandma here. It is, let's see, it's December 3rd already. This, the last 10 days have just flown. Like, I don't even know. It's gone really fast. So, this video, I will put chapters in. It's going to be a new thing for me, just so that people can skip things that they don't care about or go to things that they do want to see. If you are in the mood to just listen and do shipping or, busy work or whatever, then the beginning of this video will be perfect because I recorded in my car quite a bit, and I'm going to put that footage. Some of it is really bad as far as the jostling of the camera. I used my phone instead this time, so the sound is much better. So that has been corrected, but the camera is just because it's attached to the rear view mirror in my car and our roads are horrible. Any bumps or little whatevers, it's picking it up. So I just go like this a lot. You guys are not going to be able to actually look at the screen while I'm talking for parts of this video. My brain, when I start talking, I will travel to other topics, and it happens while I'm driving this time. And I end up on the subject of religion somehow. And you guys will see it happen. And so, you're going to get to hear some of my viewpoints on certain things. And I didn't finish some of my thoughts, so I left you kind of hanging. Maybe I'll talk about it again next time I'm riding in the car. That happens a lot. My brain, I think a lot when I'm driving, and I just did it out loud while I was talking to you guys. So that is the beginning of this video. It's just a ride with me, and you obviously don't need to be looking at the screen while I'm just talking in the car. There's nothing to see other than me. And I didn't realize one of the t-shirts I had on, there's a couple of different days that I was riding in the car when I recorded, and one of the t-shirts has a little tiny hole in the sleeve, and you can totally see it in the video. So that's there. I don't care. I'm going to keep wearing that t-shirt because I love the t-shirt, and the fact that it has a little hole in it, and it came that way. It was much smaller when I got the shirt, but it has gotten bigger as it's gotten washed. So let's see what else. Okay, so I just counted my solds, and I've had even more than I did in the last video. So I've had 29 sales in the past 10 days. I think it's been 10 days. And uh, my ASP went down, which did not really surprise me because it's still over $20, but not much. And I'm running a sale. So I've been doing 10% off on holiday themed items. The first one I ran was just for a couple days, and it was just Christmas type things. And then the one that I'm running right now, and some of the sales, just a few of them, have been items that have been purchased that were on sale. I'm running anything fall or winter. So not just Christmas items, but like Halloween or fall decor or Christmas or winter decor kind of things. Do you know what I mean? So those are the things that I've had on sale, and some of those sales. So the ASP, my average sales price, dropped a little bit. Again, it's still over $20. So, it's okay. The other thing I was going to let you guys know is that I am, and I don't know how anybody else is handling their holiday stuff, but I'm going to put my store on vacation mode starting December 15th. And that is because I have noticed USPS is taking almost the full 7 days with a lot of my packages. Grand Advantage, they say, it's like 5 to 7 days. I think that's what they said. I don't, if I'm wrong, I'll put it up here. I think it's 5 to 7 days, or 3 to 7 days delivery time. I don't know, but I have had several packages, and there's one on its way to me now that is taking the full 7 days to get here. So I don't want to risk somebody buying something after the 15th and having that item not show up on time for Christmas, and then I end up with negative feedback because the post office screwed up, and it happens. People will leave, and I know you can contact eBay, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to deal with it. I don't, so I'm not going to. I will put my store on vacation mode. I don't know if I'm still going to allow sales because people can be really stupid and they don't pay attention to the fact that your store is on vacation mode. And eBay needs to do better with that. I don't know what people see when they're checking out. If your store is on vacation mode, it should be in bright red lettering. The store is on vacation. I don't know what it looks like because I haven't purchased anything where the seller was on vacation. So I don't know what buyers see when that's happening. In order to try to avoid any, miscommunications or any kerfuffles by the post office, I am going to stop. I mean, my store is not going to be, I may just stop sales altogether. I really don't want to do that, but, I don't know. With eBay operating the way that they do, I don't want my buyers thinking that something's coming when my store was on vacation. And because eBay doesn't make a big deal out of that, and they should, when you're on vacation mode with Poshmark, people can't even buy from you. It's just nothing's available, and it's automatic. With eBay, they give you the option, which is nice. If people understand that you're on vacation or that your store is on vacation mode and that they're not going to get the item until long after Christmas, then that's great. But unfortunately, I know they don't pay attention. People do not read. They do not pay attention. I had to cancel a sale this past week because someone did not look at the description and didn't look at the freaking photos. I don't understand people like that. I am really going to try not to talk too much about each item because, again, there's 29 things. Maybe I'll filter some things out and not share them if they're not worth sharing. I don't know. I like to share everything that sells because then you guys can see, maybe don't buy this or maybe do buy this other thing, So this may just be another long video and you can just do stuff while it's playing in the background. On to the rest of the video, whatever turns out to, I don't know. You're going to see me driving in the car and then you're going to see my solds. So that is it. All right, you guys are at the post office with me again. I figured I would try, this is just an experiment, I would try using my phone instead of my camera when I'm in the car and see what happens. I don't want to use my phone when I'm in here, because I don't want to run the battery down, but at the same time, I figured I'd see if it would work any better, so. All right, my packages are up on the dock. I just ran into a giant bitch. She was behind me in my car when I was pulling around, and I went to get out of my car, and she had gotten out of her car, and she says, "Can I help you?" And she had a total attitude, and it's like, no. I said, "I'm here dropping off some packages." "Well, you're not supposed to park there." And I'm like, where am I supposed to park? The parking spots that I normally use have cars in them. So, Anyway, she says, "No, you're supposed to back up to the dock." And I said, "Do you see my vehicle?" I got bitchy with her. I'm like, "Do you see the vehicle I'm in? I can't get up on the dock to unload my packages, with this vehicle." "Oh." And it's like, are you blind? Did you not see my car? Whatever. Anyway, so then the little guy that was on light duty last time when I was here, or not last time, but the time before, when he told me where to put the packages, he happened to be outside again. He must, since the weather's nice, he probably spent a lot of his time outside. He recognized me, and of course, because how many people drive around to the back? Probably not that many. And here I am, my mother, I'm mailing something else for her. I don't even own any stamps. That's how much I mail things. Everything's done on the computer, by email or whatever. This is stupid. What I just put in the mailbox is the response card to an invitation to a wedding They already know she's not coming. It's my niece, my mom's granddaughter, you know. They already know she's not coming, and she's still returning the stupid card. It's like, they already know. Why do you need to mail that? I don't know. Etiquette, you know, whatever. Anyway, so the guy with the boot was out there again. And, oh, I had asked this woman if her name was Addie when she got snitty with me, you know, and she said, no, it's Brenda. And I'm like, okay. I said, well, Addie told me. Now, Addie's probably going to get her ass chewed. Anyway, I said, Addie told me that I could bring my packages around back because they're already, you know, they already have postage on them. And she just nodded, you know, and I guess her issue was with the fact that I didn't park where I was supposed to. And it's like, where, you know, plus there was a bunch of open parking spaces. So it's like, why are you having a stroke about this, you know? Whatever. Peggy, bitch. Anyway, I'm like, anyway, so this little man that was out on the back dock with his boot on still, you know, I asked him, I said, who is Brenda? And he looked at me and I said, who is she here at this facility? Like, what's her position? And he said, oh, she's a supervisor. And I said, I feel sorry for anyone who has to work under her because she's a bitch. And he's nodding the whole time I'm talking about her. He said, people transfer out of this branch because of her. And it's like, you know, if people would speak up and say something, maybe, because I told him, I said, you know, she didn't know who I was. She had no idea who I was. And she was such a bitch to me that it's like, you know, if I was the wrong person, she could get in trouble. Of course, she works for the post office, she works for the government, so it would probably be hard to get rid of her. Anyway, so yeah, she had no clue who I was or what I was doing there, nothing. And for her to cop an attitude with me and be shitty right off the bat, I don't understand people like that. It's like, do you just eat like rocks for breakfast every day and you're just a miserable person and you just want to foist your, you know, negativity on everybody else? It's like my mother half the time, you know, at least half the time. It's like they look for, and I'll talk about stuff that's negative, but I try to make light of it or be sarcastic about it. I don't take it so seriously. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think there's a difference. Maybe there's not. Maybe I just seem like a negative person to some people. And that's, you know, that's fine. That's how they would take it. But I'm just a smart ass and I'm just sarcastic. And that's just, I'm at the pharmacy now and someone broke the shit out of this machine over here. Wow. Somebody was pissed that they weren't getting their prescription filled. Probably someone who's not supposed to be, you know, getting meds, or somebody who isn't taking their meds. Somebody just destroyed the carrier thing that you're, you know, the air, I don't know what it is. It's a tube that you put your crap in, or they put the prescriptions in when you go to the drive-through pharmacy. Anyway, somebody beat the crap out of the one. Like, it's completely broken. I don't know if somebody came through at night that just, you know, had a bone to pick or what their deal was, but somebody was pissed off. That, or they had like a giant side view mirror that just, I don't know. The way it was bent, though, it doesn't look like a side view mirror on a vehicle did that. Whoa, somebody's totally driving the wrong one. People are crazy, I'm telling you. It's a wonder that there aren't more accidents than there are. I'm just gonna say that. It's honestly kind of a miracle, if I believed in those, that more people aren't hitting each other with the way a lot of these people drive. I don't understand. Anyway, I think I finished telling you about I told you all about the post office. So I don't know how many sales I've had since I recorded that last video, the longer one that I just uploaded yesterday. I think it was yesterday, or late the night before. I don't know. I don't time my videos. I know a lot of people that do the videos on a regular basis, the bigger, you know, the bigger YouTube's resellers, they have certain days that they drop their videos on, and, you know, people come to expect them on a certain day. I think being regular helps with the YouTube algorithm and all the crap that goes along with that. I just personally don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm gonna upload when I want to, or when I have something to upload, you know. And that last, let's see, so it's been a week since I recorded, actually it's been over a week since I recorded that last video, so I'll have to look and see how many sales I've had and see if it's time to do a little short one. I don't want to have to do 25 items again. That took a long time and it made the video longer, and because of the fact that I can't, you know, shut my yap and not talk about each item, I can't, it takes longer. So, you know, and I've tried not to do that, but it just happens because there's a little story behind each one, usually, not always, you know. I don't always have to say something about them, but I usually want to let you guys know, like, where I got the item, maybe what I paid for it if I remember, you know, if other stuff from that same purchase or lot, you know, if it was an auction lot, if other stuff has sold from that lot and that lot is already paid for, you know, that kind of stuff. And I don't know if you even care about that, or I don't know. I don't know what people care about. And I guess everybody's different, so some people would care about that and other people might not. I don't even know what parts of my videos you guys watch, you know what I mean? Like, because I am going to be putting chapters in from now on. You know, if there's more than one thing going on in a video, like with this one, whatever one I add this footage to, I'll put chapters in so that you guys know, oh, she's driving in the car, you know, just yakking about nothing. Or, you know, if it's my sales, then you know I'm sitting in front of my computer, because I'm not going to talk about those while I'm driving. For one, I'd never remember everything. I couldn't even tell you what I just dropped off at the post office, you know. I know some of it was the tapestry placemats that I got it. I've sold 2 sets of placemats, one 4-piece and one 6-piece. So I've only got one 6-piece set left, and the person that bought the 4-piece asked if I had 2 more. You know, they were the ones with the red truck on them. I don't know if any of you even saw them, but I think I might have showed them in a video. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I understand her asking, because you know, out of desperation, she's trying to get 6 placemats that all match, and apparently nobody else on eBay is selling them right now, or they've already sold out of them. And, you know, but if I had 2 more, I would for sure have put them in the listing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would have sold a set of 4 and a set of 2 maybe, or, you know, I would sell them in sets that made sense, like 4 or 6 or 8, you know. And if I had others, I would. And I told her, I said, I've got some that I have sets of 6, and she said she saw them, but she wanted the trucks, you know. And I get it, but for her to ask me, do you happen to have 2 more of these? It's like, oh, sure, I have them in my butt, you know. Like, where would I keep these that I wouldn't list them? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. And if I had extras, I would have made it a multiple listing, you know, like, in the number available, I would have had, I would never, I don't know, but if I had 8 of them, I might do 2 sets of 4, but any less than that, it would just be, that would be it, you know. So I don't know, but she asked, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't, you know. And then I noticed she lives in California. I'm like, why is this lady buying these for me? Does she not know? I mean, they have a 99-cent store. I looked to see where she lived, and there's a 99-cent only store less than 4 miles from her, or about 4 miles from her. Maybe she doesn't shop there. Maybe she doesn't even, I don't know, maybe she has money and she just doesn't even bother with the dollar stores or whatever. Even when I was making really good money, I was working for a realtor who was trying to kill me with overloading the work, but that's a whole other story. I was making 25 bucks an hour, which is good for Phoenix, you know, and I mean, you're making good money if you're making 25 bucks an hour. And I was handling a lot in that office though, so I deserved every bit of it. I actually deserved more, and he offered to pay me more, but at that point I was so overworked, I needed them to hire somebody to help me, you know. And now that I'm not with the company anymore, there's 3 people doing the crap that I was being asked to do by myself, and it's like, really, you know. Anyway, I said that was for another video, but I just shared it all in a nutshell. While I was working for him, I was making good money. I still was a cheap ass, you know. I still shopped at the 99-cent store. I still, you know, I bargain shop no matter what's going on. Like, if I took my granddaughter to go do something, you know, I would look to see if there was a Groupon for it. You know, because then that just leaves more money for other things. Like, if we were going to go to the zoo, I would look to see if I could get a discount ticket, because whatever money I saved, we could spend on a souvenir if she wanted something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to stop this for now, because I've been talking too long, and I'm afraid I'm going to run my battery down. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to be adding more footage. I'm at the post office again. It is Saturday, so I have some stuff to pick up from the auction. I did not get quite a few of the things that I really wanted, but I was not willing to overpay for them. And there's 2 kinds of shoppers for the auctions, and I've figured this out over the year that I've been doing them. They're the online auctions. I don't go in person and stand there and raise my hand or whatever. I just look online and see what the lots are. They take pictures of everything, and sometimes the pictures aren't great, so you can't see if there's damage, if it's something that's a breakable. But usually, and this one that I'm going to today, they're pretty good most of the time about it, you know. So anyway, the 2 kinds of people are resellers like me, and I've run into them, and you can tell them, you know, when you are picking up your stuff, you know who the resellers are. And then there's the people who are just hoarders. They're shopping, and they have certain collections that they're adding to or whatever, and they're the ones that will way overpay for stuff, you know, because they'll pay eBay prices for things, you know, that, oh, somebody's crossing the street and someone's making a left-hand turn while they're in the crosswalk. That was nice. Back to the drivers in Phoenix. And it's not the Phoenix drivers, because I was born here. I'm not that proud of it, but I was born here. And people who are born here drive different. The people who are you know, transplants from like California or back east or the Midwest, you can tell who they are, especially the California drivers. You can really tell them. I want my visor, but I don't want it to be in the camera. Okay. Still getting adjusted to this phone thing. I'm using the phone again because the sound seemed to be better when I checked the 2 clips that I had recorded a few days back. So I thought I would try the phone again when I'm just driving along talking to you guys. Anyway, so I'm running a sale in my eBay store. I've got 10% off on just about everything that is fall or winter related, or fall holiday, winter holiday related. You know what I mean? Like Halloween, Christmas, fall type decor, winter decor, that kind of stuff. So I've got 10% off on everything. And I'd forgotten this happened before when I ran a sale. A sale to a lot of the buyers on eBay apparently means send lowball offers, because I've got things marked down already, and granted it's only 10%, but it's something, you know. But they don't just ask for like 25% off. They want half off, you know. And it's like, no, 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 I already have it marked down. If you aren't happy with that marked down price, you know, you can send me an offer that's like another 10% off or whatever, but don't be trying to gouge me. It's not happening. So, oh no. I'm at Starbucks and the line is insane, and it wasn't. I drove past Starbucks on my way to the post office and there was no line. And I thought, oh, that's good. And now that I'm finished and I'm here, there's a line, of course. You know. And a lot of people don't want to sit in the line. So they're either going to park. What is this person doing? I don't know what this person, they were going to just back into me. They didn't even look like to see where I was or that anybody was back there. They can't drive. This is why women, it was a woman, I hate to say that, but this is why women get a bad rap at driving, because people like that don't look in the rearview mirror to see if there's, she just started backing up like I was invisible. Lady. And she's in a newer car, so she probably has one of those camera things that shows you that there's someone behind you. She was probably too busy yakking or something. Anyway, I'm going to shut this off for now. All right, well, I have found a Starbucks that I'm not coming to again because they're overcharging me for my drink at this one. This is the second time it's happened just at this location. I've been getting the same drink since before mocha frappuccinos could be made with decaf. And I started having to cut out the caffeine. So the Starbucks that I used to go to made mine with decaf instead for me. And then it turned into a thing that they actually had on the menu and whatever. And this was back in, I don't even know, the late 90s. So it's been a long time. Anyway, they charged me $1 more than they're supposed to. And I know what they did. They charged me for the decaf shots, and they're not supposed to do that because I have them not put the regular shots in. Really? Somebody was gonna try. I flipped a bitch and somebody was making a right-hand turn, not paying attention. It didn't say I couldn't flip a bitch. Some of the lights have no U-turn, you know, but not that one. So that's when I'm making a right-hand turn in an intersection, I always pay attention to the cars that are in the left-hand turn lane to see if they're gonna turn into, you know, flip a bitch and turn into my lane. So I don't know. Some people just don't pay attention. Anyway, so that takes out this Starbucks, which sucks because it's on my way to the post office, and if I'm running several errands, then this one is one that I usually, you know, can go to. And it was super busy today too. It's right across the street from one of my alma maters. Glendale Community College is where I went back to school when I was in my early 30s. Because I didn't finish college when I was younger, and I didn't even care. You know what I mean? I was too busy having fun. And my parents, and especially my mother, were so controlling and overprotective and just had their thumb on me constantly until I got to college, you know, and I was over 18, that I just turned into a crazy person when I didn't have as many rules, you know. Parents that helicopter their kids don't realize that they're not helping them. You know, they're making it worse. It's going to be worse. You know, sure, you want to watch them and make sure that they're not getting into trouble, but there's gonna just be some things that you need to let them find their way, you know, and not have your nose in the middle of their business all the time. My mother went through my purse, looked at all my notes and stuff that were in my purse. I mean, up until I was in up until I was into high school, she would do that. So then you don't have any place where you can keep things private for yourself. Do you know what I mean? And kids need to have some level of privacy, especially when they're teenagers. I mean, and yes, the parents want to know what they're doing, and we didn't have the internet back then, so I can't even imagine. She wouldn't have known what to do with the internet, though. She still doesn't understand it. It's amazing to me how little she wants to know. And here's something else. I kind of already knew this, but it came out of her mouth, so it just confirmed it for me blatantly. We were having a discussion about, I don't even remember how it started or what the whole thing was, but I should roll my window up. You're getting outside noise too. We were talking about different religions. Somehow we got onto the subject. Oh, it's because the next door neighbor lady used to live next door to my mom. She passed away, but she was a Jehovah's Witness, and she was constantly trying to get my mom to go to church or whatever they call it with her, you know. My mom was like, no, you know. And so, I was brought up to my mother that I had a friend that, and I told you guys about her, you know, she was Jehovah's Witness, but she never once tried to sell me on it. Do you know what I mean? She would answer questions and tell me, you know, if I wanted to know about something or why they did things a certain way or whatever. And my mom came right out and said, I don't care why other people do things the way they do. I don't need to know about it. Okay, how narrow-minded are you, and how small is your world? I cannot understand people like that. I don't know what it is that made me different from my parents, and especially my mother. You know, I mean, so different. Because I did not grow up in a house that was open to other people's backgrounds and other people's opinions, and, you know, out of curiosity. I mean, I went to Catholic church. One of my friends was Catholic, and they asked me if I wanted to go with them. Sure, you know, I was interested in it. Of course, I hated it once I got there because stand, kneel. I mean, it was unbelievable. I could never be Catholic just because of, I mean, as a 10-year-old, I guess I was about 10, somewhere around there, 9, 10. You know, it was annoying then. I can't even imagine now with my knees the way they are. There's no way. It's just, I don't know. I have issues with organized religion, in case you haven't noticed. I tried doing it for, I don't know, maybe a year in my early to mid 30s, and I had too many questions. And my best friend at the time, you know, we would go to these Bible studies and things like that, and then I'd be reading. You know, I wouldn't read through the Bible. I would just flip to a page and start reading stuff. I didn't want to read from the beginning and just follow it through. I was just hitting different things, and I would see some stuff that I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, how is this even in the Bible? And I mean, there's some questionable stuff in there. And I would call her and I'd be like, what is this? What is, you know, how is this even in, I mean, what, you know? And she's like, how do you even find this stuff? And I'm like, it's in here. And she would find it. I'm like, how did you not see this before? You know, I mean, there's all kinds of like, there's some twisted shit in there. And just, I don't know. That was the first thing that was like, you know, whoever wrote this. And it was very obviously concocted by men, or pieced together, whatever you want to call it, you know. And then I have issues with people that want to live by it, but they want to ignore the Old Testament. And it's like, no, if you're going to follow this book, then you can't just pick and choose which parts you're going to follow. I don't think, you're going to follow it. I mean, that's the hardcore people. They're the ones that follow the whole thing, and they're a little off the deep end with it, and very, scary. Anyway, so yeah, that's, and then the hypocrisy, unbelievable how much hypocrisy I saw, just everywhere I looked. And, as long as you ask for forgiveness, then it's okay. You can get away with pretty much anything. And I'm like, I don't think it works that way. I cannot believe that it works that way. I think there's karma. I believe in karma more than I believe in like the wrath of God or whatever. It's not that I don't believe in God. I believe that there is an energy, or that it's like the source, or whatever anybody wants to call it. But I don't think of it as, I don't even know how to describe this, and I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because I brought up my crazy person that I live with, and this is probably going to make me sound crazy, but I don't believe that there is something out there that decides everything for us. You know what I mean? Or can intervene. I think that we maybe have spirits, people want to call them angels or whatever, guardians, guides. I prefer to think of them as guides that can help you notice things that maybe you wouldn't notice. Like, when your intuition is very strong about something, or you just feel weird about something that's happening, that's your own intuition from my mind, but if you're almost in an accident and it's something that you could have died, and you're somehow miraculously saved from that, I tend to believe that it's my guides that are with me that know that it's maybe not my time yet, and that something was happening in someone else's path that was supposed to happen for them, but it wasn't supposed to involve me, and they protect me from it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of how I see things, and I think that there is an energy that and that's how I kind of see God, or whatever you want to call it, that just binds all of us together, and that when something catastrophic happens, that's why we all feel sad or depressed or mournful. Like when 9/11 happened, it wasn't just seeing what was going on, it was all of those lives just evaporated in just a few minutes. Like some of them was a split second, but within just a few hours, there were a lot of people that died, and when something like that happens, that energy shifts. It shifts from being present, in a person, to being in another place where it's still around, but it's not the same. Probably gonna sound like a lunatic to a lot of you, but that's that, and I think that's what a lot of us felt. You know what I mean? Like there was all of a sudden there was a void that didn't have time to, because if it's one person or a couple of people that die, the energy moves around and reorganizes itself, or whatever you want to call it, but when it's a whole bunch of people all at once, it's like a giant void all of a sudden, and it has to be dealt with. I don't know how else to describe it. And I think that's why that affected so many of us so deeply, you know, and it really was just, I don't know, it was something else, you know, something that you know doesn't happen that often, where that many people are just taken out all at once, you know. And so I think, you know, but that's how I kind of feel about things. And I probably will go into other things that I believe in, and it's not that I necessarily believe in these things, it's that I think that there's, I don't know, I try to have an open mind. I'm so not like my parents, or my mother especially. She's so closed off when it comes to other people and what makes them tick and what their interests are and what makes people operate. You know what I mean? And I'm very curious about that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm at the auction now, so I'm going to go in and pick up my stuff. And I'm going to use my regular camera for that. I'm not going to use my phone, so. It is so nice today. I'm adjusting my camera because it's sitting kind of crooked. I don't know. It's really nice. Like, there's just a little hint of crispness to the air. So, like, maybe it snowed up north. I don't know. There's no way to know that right now. I could check the weather or talk to my aunt who lives in Sedona, but they don't always get it when Flagstaff does, so maybe the Grand Canyon got some snow. Hopefully I can get everything on camera while I'm wrapping it today so that I don't have to put photos up next to the stuff when I do the video. That's a pain in the butt. It's easier if you guys can just see everything while I'm getting it or whatever. Hello, people.
Hello. How you doing?
Good. That train was at an auction last week.
2 trains is like that now.
Okay.
That's the 3rd train.
Is that from this past?
Oh, Bell, 2005.
I didn't see it.
Angel.
Went up Thursday night late.
Huh.
I see Christmas stuff on here.
I know.
You know what time of year it is, John.
Yes.
Those jars right there. Those green and red jars, there's 4 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Those are mine. Oh, this is mine.
It's best just to let him work down the list.
No, I know. I'm bugging him. Can I go all the way down there to wrap up my stuff? Because this table has stuff on it, so.
Never.
Yes. Always.
How many more was next door?
Just 2 other people behind me, but I don't know if they were together or not. They might have been.
I gotta go next door and I can't do it.
Yeah.
Angel with
Since you were just
sleigh.
there, I could ask.
Angel with sleigh with box. Okay, so it's probably that.
Oh, you have those glasses. Were they just in this one too? What the hell? There's a bunch of stuff I didn't see, and I usually, somebody must have, okay. I sort when I notice that new stuff has been added, like I look at the number, how many things are listed, because I start checking on Tuesday or Wednesday night, yeah. Anyway, I start checking. Somebody must have seen them right away, because there's somebody that just sits and refreshes your website constantly.
Oh, I know.
Because there'll be stuff that I know wasn't listed an hour before, and I go look at it and it's already got bids on it. I'm like, excuse me, how?
Hun, we can post it, and not even 5 minutes later. You know, it'll be like 10 o'clock Thursday night. We're
Yeah.
working out. She just finished uploading the pictures, and we're looking at it. I'm going in and putting my bid. It's already at $40. I'm going, God?
Right? How?
How you doing?
These are so big. I did not realize I knew they were 9.5 inches tall, but they're huge. These are big.
The monkeys I could figure.
They're cute. These could be
I
cookie
just went
jars.
to Liverpool.
But I was
Oh,
thinking
no.
about calling Elvis.
Well,
This
no,
one has a chip. That sucks.
We just went to Liverpool to do our Beatles.
They're supposed to be canisters, but these look like cookie jars to me. They're not marked.
But they're very cute. All right.
Yeah, I love the videos when I do all that stuff. Like touch there, Robert. We have a good weekend.
You too, my dear. But yeah, I mean, like I said, not even 5 minutes. I mean, there's been times where we haven't left here at like midnight on Thursday,
Yeah.
and it's already like we just uploaded that.
Right.
Literally.
No, I swear there's somebody they must have some app that they're using on their computer that they can
I'm sure they
track
have
the
a bot.
website to see if there's any activity. You know what I
I'm sure they
mean?
have a bot. That's also one
Something.
reason why we have that 2-minute protection on items,
Yeah.
so people can't have a program go in and snipe it out at the last second. That's why anytime it's dead, it adds 2 minutes.
No, there was a couple of things that I went up a little bit on them more than I wanted to originally, and then I finally was like, nope. You can also tell when it's somebody that's buying to resell or for personal use.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You know. Alright. Normally wouldn't buy these, but this one seems to sell okay. So we'll see. It's very cute. Okay. Yes. This is cute. Unless they live close. Like for me, I would have to come the next week. Okay. I do not have any more big.
Well, here's another lady that comes in here. She does grab her stuff too.
Yeah. Thank you. So go ahead and put that there. I'm going to put this in the front with me.
Okay.
Go ahead and turn it. Yeah, because then the taller things are toward the back.
Yeah.
So they won't get hit by the door when I put it down. Thank you very much.
You have a nice day.
Thanks, you too.
Hello, Fat Grandma here. This part of the video will just be my solds. I did not have any sales the day before Thanksgiving. I had one sale on Thanksgiving. I had 0 sales on Black Friday. None. There was nothing. It was crickets. I guess everybody was at the store, shopping on Amazon, you know, the traditional places. Things started to pick up on Saturday the 25th. So my sales are from the 23rd of November through the 3rd of December, or at least until 7 o'clock in the evening. And, but actually it's, you know, majority of the sales were from the 25th through today. So that said, I did have 2 Poshmark sales this past week and couple days. It's been, I will start with those just to get them out of the way. One of them was a viewer. She has purchased from me once before. I went digging around in her store and found a handbag. It's not really a handbag. It's kind of like a tote. It has a zipper compartment, but I can use it. It's kind of a big tote, and I can use it when I run to the store if I just have a few things I'm going to grab. I'm still waiting for it, though. She sent it the Monday after Thanksgiving, and it's still the post office, it has not gotten here yet. It's supposed to show up tomorrow. So anyway, thank you, Tanisha, for your purchase. And I will put a link to her store down below again onto my solds. So the first sale was Tanisha. It was 12 African wood carved safari animals. They were napkin ring holders, and they were really cool. And I bought them in an auction lot, and they were by themselves. So they were the only thing there. And she made an offer, and because I know who she is, she's purchased from me before she got a deal. Anyway, she paid $15 for them. I cannot remember what the shipping is with Poshmark, and I should know because now I've paid for shipping, but I didn't bother to look. If I go look and find out, I'll put it up here what the shipping is. Anyway, I made $9 profit on those. Not too bad. And then let's see. Okay, the next item I sold on Poshmark was a lion pillow plush. This thing has been in my eBay and Poshmark stores for over a year, close to 2 years. In April, which isn't that far away if you think about it, it's like 4 months from now, it would have been 2 years. This stupid lion pillow plush has been in my store. I took it out of my eBay store. I was going to take it to the flea market with me whenever I go, and I hadn't removed it from Poshmark yet, and it sold. So, yay. It's one less thing I have to drag to the swap meet. Anyway, it sold for $15, and the profit on that was also around $9. 2 sales on Poshmark this time, which is kind of unusual, but it is Q4, so I kind of attribute it to that because Poshmark has been crickets for me lately. So those 2 sales were good. Let's see. Okay, so on to my eBay sales, and I'm going to try to go through these quick. You know how it is. I don't know when to shut up. So anyway, the first item I sold on eBay was a dog creamer. It was a golden retriever. It was a vintage ceramic piece, and it's just a dog it's a creamer that's shaped like a dog. So it was about 6 inches long. It sold for $8, and shipping was $6.44. The next item I sold was a pair of Nightmare Before Christmas Sandy Claus slippers. They were a kid's XL, which is also like a women's size 5'6". So they were new with tags. I have had these listed since before Christmas last year. They finally sold. I've been reducing them a little bit here and there. I knew they would sell eventually, but not that many women have that small of feet, or people aren't shopping for Jack Skellington slippers for their kids, so it just took a specific person. Anyway, they sold for $6.29. I probably bought them for my granddaughter, and she never wore them. So, and that would have been at least 6 years ago, probably 5 years ago. Anyway, they sold for $6.29. Shipping was $6.78. Next item was a vintage Winter Mountain Cabins Aspen Scenic ceramic coffee mug. And so here's another mug. It was $4.28. The person made an offer, and I just took it because it's been listed forever, and they paid $9.88 in shipping. The next item I sold was an antique look ivy wrapped metal frame. And it held a very tiny photo, but it was kind of a cool photo frame. It came in a lot with a bunch of other crap that I got, and they paid $5.99 for it, and shipping was $9.88. It was quite heavy because it was metal. So the next item I sold was a white porcelain gravy boat separator, and I don't know how to say this maker name. Pillivuyt. I should have looked up online how to say it, but I did not. So anyway, they paid $14.79 and $9.47 in shipping. The next item I sold was another cookie jar. It was the Hello Fall Fox with Scarf and Beanie cookie jar. It was a retail arbitrage. Sold for $14.99 and shipping was $8.56. The next item I sold was a Morning Monster coffee mug. It was really cute. It was an American Greetings mug. This is something that came out of my mom's kitchen. It sold for $6.79 and shipping was $9.17. It was really cute, kind of funny, Let's see. The next item I sold was a decorative black metal bird cage, hanging or standing. I sold one of these in the last video too. They paid $7.99 and shipping was $7.85. That was retail arbitrage, and I purchased those at the 50% off sale after Halloween. So they are both gone now. So still Halloween stuff, you know, and we're creeping up on Christmas here. Next item I sold, and this was really a fun, kind of whimsical, weird looking cake serving. It was a cake serving plate, holiday wreath, Temptations ovenware by Tara. It was 11.25 inches. It did not have the lid. Apparently there was a lid that came with it. I bought this in a lot with a bunch of other dishes. I sold some bowls from that same lot, so this was completely paid for. Anyway, it sold for $12 and shipping was $11.43. I've had it listed for quite a while and have been marking the price down, and someone finally bought it. So I'm glad it's gone. It was quite heavy and kind of big, so it's out of here. Next item I sold was some of the tapestry placemats that I was looking for. I sold 6. They just had a Christmas tree on them. They were 13 by 19. They sold for $10.79 and shipping was $9.88. These were on sale. Let's see. The next item I sold was more of the tapestry placemats. There were only 4 of these though. They were the red truck plaid Merry Christmas Momentum brand. $7.19 is what they paid and $6.07 in shipping. I mentioned this person earlier in the video when I'm driving in my car. I was talking about this, and she was looking for more, and I did find more, so that comes up later in this video. I sold more of them, so because I managed to dig up some more at another 99-cent store. The next item I sold was a Costco porcelain Victorian style angel Christmas ornaments, and it was a full set of 8. I think there were 8 of them, and they were in their individual boxes inside the box that they all came in. These things were like brand new. I don't know if anyone even ever used them, and they sold for $38.25. They were on sale, and $17.36 in shipping. Almost all of these things that were sold were on sale at 10% off. I mean, there were a handful of items, but I thought I'd only had 29 sales, but I actually had 31. So with the Poshmark, I forgot about them. I almost completely forgot about them, didn't even put them in this video. So anyway, the next items that sold, and they were 2 pairs to the same person, were Cozy Sherpa fleece lining, non-skid bottom socks. They were women's size 9 to 11. They bought 2 pairs. It was $12.81 and $8.30 for shipping. Really nice, thick, cozy socks. So those are finally selling. I've still got 3 pairs, and of a different kind. These had one had a reindeer on it and snowflakes, and the other was red and black plaid. So still got a couple pairs left, but they're different. The next item I sold was some more tapestry placemats. They were the Christmas tree one. Same person came back and bought 6 more. So they sold for $10.79 and it was $9.88 for shipping. They didn't buy them at the same time because I found more and listed them, I think it was the next day, and they bought 6 more. So repeat buyer. And it's unfortunate for them because they paid the shipping twice. Apparently they don't care. You know, they just wanted more of the placemats. So the next item I sold was a black African American Santa with a snowman, and they were 2 separate pieces. You guys will see a picture. They were metal figures that had a wooden base, and they were both 12 inches tall. Anyway, they sold for $10.79, and shipping was $9.88. And I found more of the black Santas at one of the 99-cent stores yesterday when I was out poking around, and I was going to buy more of them because they're not easy to find. And the lines were insane when I tell you. And that was the only thing I was going to buy. And I was like, forget it. I'm not standing in line for half an hour. My back was killing me. And I just wasn't in the mood for it. And so I didn't purchase anymore. So that is it for those. The next item I sold was 4 more placemats. They were the ones with the truck on them. Same girl came and bought these because I found more for her. And she paid $7.19 and $6.07 in shipping. So it was the same as her first purchase. think I've got 6 placemats left, and then that's it. And I can't even remember what's on them. I don't know. Let's see. Another pair of the cozy fuchsia. Blar blar blar. Another pair of the cozy Sherpa fleece lining non-skid socks. It was the red and black plaid pair, sold for $6.74, and shipping was $4.15. And let's see, the next item I sold was a box of 20 holiday Christmas cards. There were 4 varieties of cards in these boxes. They sold for $4.99 and shipping was $5.04. Next item I sold was vintage Spode Christmas tree wine glasses with gold trim. It was a set of 4, sold for $17.09 and shipping was $8.07. And then I sold another set of 4 to someone else the same day, which is weird, and not even in the same state. Like, they don't even know these people, don't know each other. Everybody happened to be shopping for these Christmas glasses on the same day. Anyway, the first ones were on sale, I guess, or they made an offer. I don't know what happened, but one of them they paid $17.09. The last ones, this batch sold for $18.99, and or maybe these sold first before they were on sale, and the other ones were on sale. So this one paid full price. It was $18.99 for 4 of them, and shipping was $10.68. The next item I sold, we're getting there. I'm trying to hurry. I'm not doing a very good job though. A 1997 Hallmark keepsake Sky's the Limit, the Flight at Kitty Hawk ornament. It was the first in the series of those particular ornaments. I think this is the last Hallmark ornament that I had listed that is a single ornament. The other ornaments that I have, if I have any listed, are in lots, and there's several. So this one sold for $7.50, not too bad. And I don't know what they paid in shipping. I'm going to pause this for a second and see what they paid in shipping. I don't know why I didn't have that in there. Apparently, I paid the shipping on that one. So, and there was really no profit to be made on that. So I don't even know. I think I made $2 on that sale because the ornament thankfully was already paid for. So let's see. I don't ever pay shipping. I don't know why I did. I don't even remember relisting that. So, because I had pulled all my ornament listings and lumped everything together. I don't remember. Anyway, it's gone. So, yay. The next item I sold, and this was picked up not this past weekend, or not this weekend, but last weekend in one of the auction lots, was a brass Ebenezer Scrooge 6-inch figurine. And they paid $19.99 and shipping was $9.47. So that was pretty good because I think I paid $5 for that. So not too bad. Next item I sold was, let's see, is it 5 or 6? 6 hand-blown aperitif cordial liquor glasses. They were very tiny blue liquor glasses, and they had gold trim. You could tell that they were from like the 70s, 60s or 70s, and they paid $24.99 and $9.88 in shipping. These were, I paid $5 for them, so $24.99, less fees and stuff, still not bad. And I just picked these up. It's only been, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, 2 months at the most, so it didn't take too awful long for them to sell. I have a feeling they're going to be used for New Year's, or maybe a Christmas party, I don't know, but there's only 6 of them, so. Next item I sold was a new wooden Halloween nutcracker. It was a cat king holding a pumpkin, 8.6 inches tall. It was like a table decoration. And again, this is Halloween. Sold for $8.99 and shipping was $6.44. It's amazing to me that people are still shopping for Halloween. Like I said, if you have any holiday stuff, just list it, let it sit there. It'll sell eventually. Someone will be looking for it. I had a lot of people watching that thing too. It was weird. I don't understand. And it wasn't even, I don't know, it was a weird piece for that many people to be watching it, but okay. The next item I sold was another box of 20 holiday Christmas cards, 4 varieties, 4x6 with greetings and envelopes. They paid $4.99 and $4.88 in shipping. I paid $1 for the box of holiday cards, so, Made about $4 on them after fees and stuff, so that's not too bad. And they're just extra things to have in the store if somebody's looking, and maybe they'll look at some other stuff in my store. You never know. Next item I sold was 3 miniature Michael's decorative Christmas holiday mugs. They were little tiny mugs and super cute. They probably sell for $1.25 in the store back when they were selling them. These were a few years. They looked vintage, you know, but anyway, they were only 2 inches tall. So really, really cute. And they sold for $5.99 and it was $6.44 for shipping. These were in with a bunch of Christmas stuff that I got. And so if the lot is not paid for, they cost me maybe 25 cents a piece at the most. There was so much stuff in that lot. And I don't even know if I even paid $5 for that lot. It may have been one of those lots that I got for $1. So then they really didn't cost anything or not much. The last item was a Sasaki Colorstone Sapphire Blue Creamer and Sugar Bowl. And the lid for the sugar bowl had been repaired, and it was very obvious that it had been repaired. And I put it in the title, you know, see photos, lid repaired, and somebody still bought them. And I sent them a message and reminded them, you know, hey, did you guys notice that, you know, this lid has been repaired? Anyway, they paid $6.99 for the set and $7.85 in shipping. So that is it for my sales. Now, I told you guys that I would share my, you know, profit and all that stuff. So my total cost of goods was right around $270. And well, no, that was my, what am I looking at here? My sheet is, I gotta pause this for a second so I can figure out what I did. Okay, I think I figured it out. My total profit was $269, about $269. My cost of goods, and that includes boxes and bubble wrap and stuff like that, was around $110. So my total profit after my cost of goods was right around $158. So not too bad. And you know, like I said, I had one sale on Thanksgiving, nothing the day before, nothing the day after. So from, you know, the 25th until today, that's how many days? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, 9 days. So figure 9 days, you know. Sales are better than average for me. This still wasn't great, you know, and like I said in the intro to this video, my average sales price went down. So it's lower, but at least you know, I'm getting stuff out of here, and I did pick up some more stuff. You guys will have seen the footage for that. I don't think there's anything else that I needed to tell you. You know, just keep plugging away, and hopefully I'll have a substantial amount of sales between, let's see, today's the 3rd, so I've got a week and 5 days until I put my store on vacation. So 12 days I've got until I'm going to close things down. And while I'm taking that break from the 15th through the 25th, I'm going to try and get some things reorganized in here, try and get some stuff ready to go to the flea market, swap meet, whatever you want to call it. And I'm also going to spend some time with my friends in the virtual world where we all hang out, and I'm learning the new one. So there is a learning curve. It's not too bad, but anyway, I get to spend some time with them. So looking forward to that, because I really have not. I spend once a month, we get together and do like a full day, like a music festival. We'll have several DJs and, you know, and it's fun, but that's like once a month. So I'm ready for a break and just to kind of breathe for a few days and not have to worry about eBay. And I won't be listing anything during those days. I'm just going to completely take a break from it. So I spend a lot of time doing things in eBay. You know, if I'm not futzing with prices, I'm messing with images, and it's everything is eBay this, eBay that, you know, and so I'm gonna make myself take a little break from it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.